So, I believe it's day 112. Last night I stayed here, hiked in from Port Clinton in the afternoon to the Eagle's Nest shelter, which is very nice. Got some windows, plenty of places to hang your food. It's clean. Picnic table. It's got a lot of tenting space. Privy's over this way, and if you go down this way on this side of the shelter, there's like a lookout. And last night I was walking in and I thought there were people playing music here at the lean-to, but there's actually, I guess, some kind of like music pavilion or something down. I'm actually sweeping out. I was just going to leave. And you should always sweep out when you're leaving, not when you get there, because you don't want all that dust floating around when you're sleeping. So it's best to do the sweeping when you're on your way out in the morning, so the dust can settle. But anyway, so last night I heard music, and they were like playing I heard them from way up, like far away from here. And I was listening, and I think it was like Rat Dog, like Bob Weir's band. So they were doing like Grateful Dead covers. And then I went down and was kind of listening to them. And then the last song he played, I think it was like a festival, because the next band they kind of sounded the same, but it was like songs I'd never heard, which is, nothing, because I haven't listened to them, to like Bob Weir in 20 years. But he sang a song called Queen Bee, which is like kind of not a song that I'd expect anyone, like a cover band, to be playing. Maybe they do. So I think it was like Rat Dog or Bob Weir and his band or whatever they're called now. Which is a little weird. But it was cool. And they played till like 12 o'clock at night. So I think it might have been like a festival where they had like different bands playing probably all day. They play like one set and then another band would play. But who knows? So I think that's Lake Winona. Not really sure. I have something on my phone said that I was next to Auburn, Pennsylvania. I think Pottsville is out that way. There's really nothing you can see from here. It's just the changing leaves of the trees. So, if you stay up here at the Eagle's Nest, you might get treated to some background noise and some songs. I mean, I could kind of make out the lyrics from where I was. That's how I know they played that song, Queen Bee. But anyway, so hiking in from Port Clinton, it was a really steep climb to get up onto the ridge, and then it got really rocky, exceptionally rocky. So we'll see today if it continues that way. I'm just on the blue blaze into the shelter. It's pretty rocky here, but I mean, it was exceptionally rocky yesterday coming into Eagle's Nest. So my goal today is just to make it to 501, the 501 shelter. Last night I packed in some hot dogs and a loaf of bread, a couple of Gatorades. So I had a lot to eat, but it was really heavy carrying everything in, because I also got my food in the mail. So it was really not a lot of fun. It was only like 9 miles, but it was quite an endeavor. And then the water here, I found if you go up a little bit past this sign, there's a dugout pool. I think this is a spring. It's pretty dry, but I was able to get plenty of water today, which is great because it's been dry as bone. So day 112, I think. I don't know what I said yesterday in the video, but it's day 112, and we're on to 501. And we'll see how it goes. I think the weather next week is going to be a lot of rain, so that'll be a lot of fun. Not. I was just taking a break here. There's really not a lot to comment on or film in the lovely state of Pennsylvania, but I do have this hat that I got in Rutland. It's a golf hat. It's cost about 20 bucks. This has been really great. It's really airy, it's light, keeps the sun off my head, which is good because I don't have hair on the top of my head. or much of it, and I like it a lot. It's sort of starting to get raggedy, but it looks goofy, but I like it a lot. It feels good on my head. It's a lot better than a baseball hat. I had a canvas hat that I got from Walmart when I started, but I wanted also just to like document the feathers I've had. I've had a bunch of feathers since I started. This is, I think, a gold. What is it? I can't remember the name of it. I think a Cooper's hawk or a red-tailed hawk. We have some blue jay feathers here. I don't know if you can see the blue there. Yeah, there you can see the blue. Kind of some, I think a belly feather from a hawk, a red-tailed hawk. Some other like molting feather from a young bird. And then I've got over here turkey plume. It's kind of pretty. Some more blue jay feathers. I think that's a woodpecker. I think. I'm not sure. I had some neat junco feathers from a junco up in Maine. Some oriole feathers. I had an eagle feather, and I know you'll say, oh, it's probably a buzzard or a raven or something, but I'm pretty sure it was an eagle feather because I found it at the zoo that you walk through near the Hudson River before you get to Bear Mountain. It was right outside the cage, and you know, I don't know, maybe I'll get a citation or a fine for doing that, but I have actually had turkey vulture feathers because they're nice and big. They were kind of cool. I looked really goofy. I had them on the side of my hat. I also had some feathers from a grackle, boat-tailed grackle, which is kind of pretty. It has a metallic kind of sheen. It was kind of a bluish purple. You know, when you hold it in the light, it would, like this, like the turkey feather, you can kind of get this sort of that sheen to it. It had kind of a sheen. But I like my hat. You know, it might look goofy, but I don't really care. And I'm proud of my feathers. I'm happy with them. So yeah, just another piece of equipment. This is a hat I'm really happy with. I mean, I have a wool cap that I usually wear when I'm sleeping. My good one I sent home, but I found another one, which maybe I'll show at some point. It's a Manchester United football little cap that keeps my head warm when I'm sleeping. But yeah, I think this is a great choice because it's light, keeps the sun out of your eyes, and keeps the sun off your head, and it gets good aeration and stuff. So yeah, just another pro tip from the trail. So just past Pennsylvania 183, the memorial here, the Fort Detrick, which was, I guess, a lookout post to one of the approaching enemies in the French Indian War, which probably meant mostly Indians. So that's where they had Fort Detrick. Trail's not too bad around here. It's been kind of rocky, but it's nothing. It's not as bad as it had been in the first few days of getting into the state. I should probably amend my statement. I was saying that someone had told me that the first 30 miles of Pennsylvania are the worst in terms of rocks. And that's not really true. I mean, it's really the first 70 miles, and it's patchy. Patches within that first 70 miles are really bad. And honestly, you know, the rocks in New Jersey, there's a patch of rocks around like Sunfish Pond into the Mohican Center. They pale in comparison to the rocks in the first 70 miles of Pennsylvania. It's like Mount Madison. If you've ever hiked up in the White Mountains, it's